Red, blue, purple light, friends, facts. Red, blue, purple light, friends. Red and blue, purple light, friends, facts. You can get to know the ledger, sacrilegious Sunday to melanin Monday. You can get to know the ledger, my love. Just open your third eye on Thursday. Lord, the food, the art, the clothes, the Vatican's getting exposed fast. We put the show on the road. You better stay on your toes. I was till the land, focused on the ego. Then I open my heart, let go of the ego. Grand after grand, we're stacking up these C notes. Facts, facts, yeah. We gon' put this shit on our backs. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts. Peace, love and light. Peace, love. To the family, peace, love, and light. To the family, peace, love, and light. To the family.
These days and time, black man, is going to be the time that you have been waiting for. You came here for a reason. Whatever pressure, whatever adversity, whatever the fuck you feel, I don't know what you feel, but whatever you may be feeling is going to push you, and it's going to provoke you, and it's either going to make you or break you, similar to how pressure busts pipes or the shit makes diamonds.
Yes, family. Peace to you and yours. Peace to you and yours. Peace to you and yours. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Third Eye Thursdays. You are now rocking with the best. Yes, this is your host for today's show, Brother Red Pillar, reporting live and direct. Let me know how we out there. Let me know how we sound. Let me know how we sound on the audio, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Give me a little feedback on the audio before we even begin. Let me just double check and make sure. Yes, sir. All right, we good? All right. Let's go ahead and do the roll call, and then we'll get into today's show. Okay. Let's go and do the roll call, and then we'll get into today's episode. All right. Let me pull this video up. All right, we got SC Gullah Geechee in the building. Shout out to the Gullah Geechee in the building. All right. We got New Zealand in the building. We got Tampa in the building. Baton Rouge in the building. New Orleans. Shout out to the New Orleans. Shout out to the Alabama. Shout out to the Minneapolis, the Massachusetts, the DC family, the Durham family, Massachusetts, Toronto, Upper Darby, Pinecrest, Florida, North Kakalaka. The NO is in the building. Virgin Islands is here. Rome, Georgia is here. South Jersey's here. Vegas, outside. Naptown, what up? Columbus in the building. Cleveland in the building. Seminole, Florida. All right. Bay Area up in this thing. Louisiana, and the earth is here. What we talking about? Virgin Islands in the building. Shout out to VI. To the VI Massive. Houston in the building. Houston by way of Norfolk. Houston, Atlanta, Vegas. All right. We got heaven in the building. You feel me? Ah, the God represented. They represented. Shout out to all of the people who came through and represented this strong and got you some merch. We got the Delberts, the Bobbies, the Dick Gregory, the C. Freemanel, and the Dr. Francis Cress Wilson celebrating Black Future Month, right? Why? Because these are the master teachers who will be taught in schools in the future. This is who the children are learning about, Black Future, right? So shout out to the Black Future collection. The Big Island in Hawaii, shout out to Highland Park. Shout out to Ohio. Shout out to the UK. Shout out to the Bay. All right. Got your Sabi hoodie. That's what's yes. The Sabi jump off popping. You ordered your coloring book. Coloring books went bananas this strong in. The coloring books, look, and the CDs went crazy. Shout out to everybody who got your coloring book and your CDs, both the ones who ordered it online and the ones who got it live in the building and had me signing and whatnot. We'll talk about it. I'm not going to get off a topic. We'll talk about it as we progress in the show and just let the family come on in the building. It's an early show. I said, let me get this out of my system. Let me get to talking. I've been holding on to so much over the past few days, ever since Sunday, ever since the halftime show, really ever since Saturday, ever since the 9 Ether God Fest. It was words, once again, one of those experiences that there's not a lot of words in English. English is such a primitive language. It doesn't have words to describe, the experience that we encountered. The English language is so primitive and it's so new on this planet. Yeah, we did 90s in Highland Park in 2016. Yeah, we did 90s. We want to come back to 90s and whatnot. We really look forward to hitting up a lot of cities. I've been speaking to Blue on the way back, and I said, this Melanin Monday IRL thing, it needs to hit the road. Remember, I was doing IRL in Atlanta, and it would be like different week. I'll do it this week. I'll do it that week. I'll do it now. After the New Orleans experience, it's IRL in a different state every month. That's what I want to do. I want to do Melanin Mondays IRL, at least two of them, two a month. I could do two a month. I got it in me and whatnot. Before I even say anything, I have to say rising power to Neely Fuller, another one of the master teachers who have joined the pantheon of ancestors. All right. Another one of the master teachers who has joined the pantheon of the ancestors, right? The pantheon of the ancestors may be the most powerful collection or collective that we have spiritually as a people right now. Facts. Because they just got there and they're all powerful and they know the assignment. You don't have to tell them anything. They were putting in the work. So I wanna, yeah. I want to travel. I want to take this show on the road. I want to stay within the impossible chitlin circuit, or what we call the beyond chitlin circuit. You know what I mean? I want to keep it inside of the impossible chitlin circuit. I don't want to go too far outside of, bounds right now. I'm looking at the first quarter of 2025 and maybe the second quarter. We want to do a IRL in Alabama. We want to do one in Mississippi. We want to do one in Texas. We want to do one in North Carolina and South Carolina and we want to do another one in New Orleans, right? Did I say Texas? Because that's yeah, that's what we have looking at on the and then we'll go further than that in the next quarter after that. Inglewood, shout out to Inglewood, shout out to Detroit. You know what I mean? Shout out to Aubrey. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to Buffalo, New York, Tappington. Schoolie Red, Hologrammington. You never know. You never know. Um, but yeah, we took a road trip to New Orleans. I got to give a shout out to Jefferson from athletics. A lot of people might not. Jefferson comes in. Hold on, he comes in. I'm changing clothes in real life, like Mr. Robinson. Like not what's his name, Mr. Rogers. I'm switching up the wardrobe in real time, like Mr. Rogers. I gotta put this. I gotta put. Look, you know, like in the video games, like Zelda, where you go on Zelda and you pass certain levels and whatnot, and they give you. I used to love playing Zelda because we could re-up on our weapons, and we would get extra weapons, and those weapons were like, you know, it would give us the ability to do certain things to go to different levels in the video game. So life is a video game, and this is definitely what you make it. Um, this reality that we live in is programmable, and you know it is a video game. So I was gifted, right? I went to another level this strong in because I made it through, right? I made it through. I put myself through a very egregious schedule, right? I packed the strong end with events, starting with the non-ether Godfest, leading up to today. And on Sunday, the day after the Super Bowl, right? A very monumental experience that we were able to experience with a collective of people who are KTLians, supporters of ours. And a lady came up to me and she gave me a crown. And she gifted me a crown, y'all. And I promise you, I was very exhausted at that point because you know the time it was like 1 in the morning and whatnot. And the minute I put this on, I automatically got charged up again. You understand? I immediately received a charge when I put the crown on my head and whatnot. When I put the crown on my crown, and I wore this in New Orleans because I was like, the New Orleans trip, I'm going to need. It's like on Zelda when you go to a different phase to meet a final boss and whatnot. I was like, I'm going into New Orleans. I'm gonna need protection. She came with the copper crown. This was unplanned. This was unplanned. I did not know this was going to happen. All of this took place like a video game organically, right? So the motion of the movement, right? And this was gifted to me from my good brother Copper Soul, right? I'm gonna get you his IG in a minute before the show is over. He gifted me this at the gathering of the masters, right? So this came at the gathering of the masters, right? Let me go and get this lady's information. Give me 1 minute because she did give it to me. So these are my weapons that I use in this battle that I'm in. You know what I mean? And this battle is like it's like a video game, you know, and it's real. I promise you. So I went and I sun gazed. I had this on and I went sun gazing today. And yeah, this shit is what it says it is what it says it is. Okay. Take a screenshot. Take a screenshot and go ahead and make the phone call. This is the phone number. Yeah, just take a screenshot. You'll be able to see the phone number. Okay. I will get you the information about the septic tank filters. That's through Blue Pill. Yes, yes, yes. So yeah, we're gonna remain with this on top of my crown. It's not for designer purposes. It's for educational purposes. It's for energy purposes, and it's for download purposes. It's like having a modem on my head and whatnot. You feel me? This copper and these crystals is giving what it's supposed to give, man. And then my good brother Mo, he came through with the colloidal flavored drops. So this right here is mint, right? And it's colloidal silver. Yeah, call her right now and say Schoolie Red, aka Red Pill, sent you and to give you my discount. Because I do have a deal with her. I told her I'm gonna make her famous. And I said take care of my people. Yeah. Personal Wi-Fi. That's exactly what this is. Personal Wi-Fi. So I want to get into this show. I'm gonna get right into it, y'all. I'm not even gonna talk y'all to death. Let's get into the presentation. We have a lot to talk about. I'm gonna take y'all personally into the strong end on every day. We're gonna do this is a field trip. We're gonna walk through the experience together, y'all. Peace, peace, peace. Look, I just gotta show y'all some history. I'm not gonna be on live for long. This shit is lit. We in Atlanta, if you don't know, at the Non-Eat the God Fest. The Non-Eat the God Fest. We here with the Giants, literally. You know what I'm talking about? What up? Uncle Hank in the building, right? I'm going to just take y'all on a stroll of greatness. We got Billy in the building, Billy Carson in the building. Feel me? It's popping, y'all. I don't know why y'all missed this one. This is the event of the year. Peace. Ow. Ow. All right, we got Mo in the building. Peace and blessings to the God. He got the colloidal gold. I need a 40 ounce of that. Now serve it up, please. I need energy for real though. This is, man, we got some luminaries in the building, y'all. I shit you not. The ladies are outside. Yeah, they was outside. Mint, I appreciate you. Auntie showed up. The nieces showed up. The daughters showed up. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, they was outside. You ready to enhance the blood flow? The Unc showed up. The schoolies too. Enhance the blood flow along with the ginger. Oh man. This is the gold right here. That's the gold. Liddy. Get the mental sharpness. The brain function. Beautiful. Platinum and pineapple. Platinum. My man. Pineapple? Man, that shit tastes good. Let them know where they can find you. Deep Conditioner, DEEP, Instagram. Check me out. Alright. You again, Red? You done know. Yeah, you already. My salute. Right there, Mo. I'll see you tomorrow at the event. Mo is a KTLian. If you want to get any AI artwork done, posters, flyers. He's one of the designers of the flyers that you see for the promotion that we had for the Super Bowl party. And he does designs and whatnot, right? Any of the family locked in Charlotte, North Carolina. Yo, I met so many people from the Carolinas, so many people from Mississippi, So many people from Alabama. It was crazy. He gave you his info just now. You might have to rewind it, right? Deep Conditioner on IG.
Peace, peace. We got Blue in the building. Blue Pill in the building. We got the guard in the building. Rap, rap, rap. What up? Huh? Can you have somebody grab? Because I gotta go right to my booth. Thank you. Yes, peace, God.
Did you bring the THCA, bro?
Yes, yep, it's at the booth, yep. I'm gonna see me right over here. Brother Yosef. Alright. Peace, y'all. Got the guard in the building. Salute. No doubt. You doing some spoken word? You doing something? Not tonight? Okay. No doubt. We got Q Reeves. We got the legend here. Peace to the God. The Professor Xavier, the one who called out the mutants. You know what I'm saying? You feel? Peace, y'all. Peace. We got Aaron Nichols in the building. Peace to the God.
That's Aaron Lyons.
Yes,
I messed the name up. Aaron Lyons. He did a thing.
Oh Lord, did you have the meatloaf, the vegan, with the Brussels sprout and the asparagus? It did what it's supposed to do. Wow. Peace, y'all. Peace. Yes. How you doing? All right, thank you. Peace, y'all. Peace. How you doing? No doubt. How you doing? Greetings. Yes, indeed. Nice meeting y'all.
Yeah, it was a lot of energy in there, y'all.
Peace,
And keep in mind, the clock is ticking on an event like this. Time, you dread the fact that time is moving. You dread that because you literally want time to freeze. You want it to stand still because it's almost like the Cinderella thing. When the clock strikes 12, this fantasy is up. It's over. It dissipates and people go home and you never see it again.
I got that for you. I got that. Yo, I'm at the booth. Pull up right here. You know my booth is. I'm going in right now. All right. I'm proud of you. I'm proud to see you here, Kate. Come on.
That was a YN. That was a young YN talking about he was proud of me. I'm like, I'm proud of you. You a YN and you in the building. You know what I mean? Like your whole life is gonna be different.
You got the YNs outside. Peace. Where AA at? Oh, the legends. Hold on. We got the Kabbalah guard, AA Rashid. Peace. How y'all doing? How you doing? All right. I'm great. How you doing?
Sister Myra was over there.
Sister Myra's over here. See Sister Myra?
Look at the crowd. Look. All of those is filled up.
Tap into something that may resonate with me. So being that you're the youngest speaker in this space tonight, what's one of the most beneficial
It's lit. All right.
that we may look past?
Yeah, Rashiki's temple, her booth was lit. I promise you, I wanted to stop at everyone's booth. I was live on IG, just walking through, but I had to get back to my table because it was so active. You know what I mean? I did not eat that day, by the way. Blue was trying to feed me and everything. I was so busy, I couldn't even eat. Facts.
Yeah, y'all missed out on the event of the year. This shit is crazy. Mm-hmm.
Did you take your signature?
Yes, I will. Yep, I definitely will. Pardon me, y'all. Oh, let's check out the drip. And
also, I have some original LPs from other old, and in my age, I would have the old ones, right?
Okay.
Vinyl. And I also have the CDs, original.
Yeah?
Tons of them.
Okay.
So maybe, I don't know.
Let's build on it.
Build on it?
Yep, definitely.
I got 61 years of marriage. Videos and stuff.
Really?
The original.
The original.
So when we say that we don't claim to have all of the answers. Let me throw the visuals on. We don't claim to have all of the answers when people ask questions about what is it that we could do to change things. The first thing that we could do is we have to build a marketplace, right? Not only a marketplace, we have to build a space where we congregate and socialize. We have to build a central location. We have to build a central location in Africa. Their central location is open air markets and whatnot. That's in Harlem on 125th Street. It was a marketplace. That's what created Red Pill, was a marketplace. So we need marketplaces because marketplaces give rise to businesses, and marketplaces give rise to products and services, and marketplaces give rise to the quote unquote illuminaries in our community, and marketplaces give rise to solutions, and marketplaces give rise to currency, economics, energy. Yo, it was electric in there, right? And the fact that we put vendors and whatnot, and the fact that we put businesses in all of our events is because you want to generate current, you want to generate currency, okay? And fair exchange, no robbery. Where can you go where you could go and get a aura reading? You could go and get your aura cleanse. You could go and get some parasite remover. You could go and get some sandals. You could go and get some copper jewelry. You could go and get a wand. You could go and get a tarot card reading. You could go and get a third eye reading. You could go and get some Reiki and some goddamn kale salad. I don't know where you could go and get that. We have to value our presence as a community and whatnot because we priceless. You know what I'm talking about? There's nobody that could do what we're doing community wise, not singularly. I'm not talking from ego about the single person. I'm talking about community. The reason why it was so lit, it was it was 1,000 seater, right? But if 1,001 show up, that just adds on to the power of it. If 1,010 shows up, then that's more power. If 1,500 shows up, then that's 500 extra power. If 10,000 show up, but remember, Brother Rich's community is 400,000, so that's what 1,000 looks like from 400,000. Let's stop playing around in the Trump years and whatnot. This is a privilege for Donald Trump to be in the Oval Office and doing the things that he's doing, pushing the buttons that he's pushing. Like Kendrick said, the revolution will be televised and it will be digitized. You picked the right time and the wrong one. You know what I mean? Let these people do what they got. Do what thou wilt. It just makes what it is that we do even more effective, efficient, and needed and whatnot. This community that we have is needed right now. The concept alone is, these when you see us come together, this is like a fire drill. This is like this would be considered dress rehearsal. This could be considered dress rehearsal. It's not the end all be all, but it's dress rehearsal. It's what it would feel like. It's what it would look like. But it's bigger than that. This is just us coming together for 5 to 6 hours in a venue. What about when we all meet up and there's coach buses pulling up and you get off and it's on 10 acres that you get when you get off the damn bus or the coach? You get your deed. You get a envelope with your name on it with your deed of land. You know what I mean? Like, what about when that happens? And then there's like container homes with your name on it, or there's prefab or tiny homes. You got to start with something, right? I won't promise you Abu Dhabi and whatnot overnight, but that's what you could build it into. So these are dry runs to see if we could be around one another and what if we could stomach one another in the real life versus then on the internet. You know what I'm saying? That's what that looks like. You know? That's what that looks like. Let me continue. I don't want to keep running. Let us stay on. Let us stay with this this demonstration.
Say less. Got the drip. Got the drip. It's a lot of drip in here. It's a lot of drip in here. We got athletics with the Drippington. Athletics is outside. Peace
T was over there with a whole line.
Dr. B Serious. Where he at? Dr. B Serious in the building. Man, I don't know. I'ma date it for you. Thank you. Slit, y'all. Promise you. I wouldn't steer you wrong. Look, tomorrow we got a party to celebrate Super Bowl party. Mañana. We might even have an after party tonight. I'll keep y'all informed, but I gotta go because I need my phone battery. Peace, love, and light, y'all.
So they ran me down about an after party.
Let's get a reaction.
So people came with gifts, y'all. Not only was I giving out gifts and whatnot, they were listeners. They were people who watch us. They were supporters and fans and whatnot, and they brought gifts, right? So it was an exchange.
You know the first thing the boys see. Yeah, hey.
Nah, that's something different.
Okay. The other one. Which one I put on to get money today?
That black.
Black.
Oh yeah, my boy Reef the Singer has the gripping pen. Off grip.
I'm glad I know so.
Yeah, shout out to these two ladies right here, Mississippi. You know what I'm talking about? This was the hot item right here. This was the hot item, the Bobbies, you know what I mean? Moving like hotcakes. The people love them. We also have the non-ether Godfest shirts for the event. We have the exclusive shirts for the event, moving like hotcakes. You know what I'm talking about? Moving like hotcakes. And then, like I said, they wouldn't let me live, y'all. They wanted an after party. So right after the event, we opened up an after party. Doors open at 2 a.m.
That's hard.
We had open mic poetry. We were doing impromptu performances. B-Dell and his wife got up there and caught a body with the poetry, with the spoken word. B-Dell 1014 and his Wiz, his wife, they both have liquid swords. Let's check it out. This is the after party. We close this at 6 a.m.
After, right? Everybody doing good? Everybody feeling good? Where's everybody from? Where's everybody from? How far did you drive? Did you fly? Did you drive? 7 minutes. I wish. I drove 6 hours to be here. So grateful. Super grateful that I'm sharing these moments with you. He busts my head every day. Y'all get it, what, once a week? My head busted every day, okay? So how many people go through some shit, but you still rise?
And still we rise.
Yet still I rise, like the blue in the sky. There's no disguise that the sun rise. Had to go away to heal thyself, gain more knowledge, self-love, acknowledge. Not the type of woman that gives up just like that. I'm not looking for no pity, yet still I rise. Been going through this shit, I'm a cat, I got 9 lives. The beast in me is how I survive. Society isn't set up for me to strive, yet still I rise. I am alive. I said I am alive. I am alive again. These dead bones are woken, once broken. Scattered brain can't think, can't shake the oppression. Bartender, fill me up a shot so I can drown this depression, regressing. Somehow I lost my way, surrounded by demons trying to take my light. Succubus energy, sucking me dry. I am alive, and yet still I rise. Oh, I found me again. I have no more deep shit to say. Just showing gratitude for yet another day, another chance to break chains that were meant to keep me mentally enslaved. I am alive, and yet still I rise.
This shit got put together at 11:11 p.m. Y'all talking about? Yes? This shit got put together at 11:11 p.m. Now, for real, I'm on my super nigga time shit now. You want to talk about on nigga time? Now, I put it together a party at 11 p.m. on a Saturday. We be talking about promoter of the year. Facts. And this shit is like that poetry jam. Early. Huh? Where your cameras at? Nick, let's get a hold of this shit. We got the guys up here. We got B down doing his motherfucking his poetry that he did today. Part dupes. You know what I mean? So please give this brother your undivided attention. And he has a surprise after he does his thing. Alright? So clap it up, y'all. Clap it up. B down. 10-14. Curtis, listen. Gucci Man, 10-17, said what up?
But this is, I'm going to demonstrate my spoken word. This is called the Ninth Hour. So it goes like, the tyrannical system of European colonization promotes black degradation. The frustration is the alchemical resource to the supplication. Rise of the matriarch, divine restoration. We went from building pyramids to pyramid schemes, whether if it's Martin Luther King, because we all got a dream. Wake your ass up by any means necessary. I'm Malcolm with the right about peaceful like nature. It's a damn shame that the maker make you sign over your nature, read the nomenclature. Welcome to the golden age, don't turn the page. The book of evolution. Supreme consciousness is the new revolution. 144,000 moon walking with the ancestors. They not like us, keep the Freemasonic hand gestures. This is a great awakening period, so they will test us. We ain't gang banging, we bang banging, no cane slanging. The Schumann resonance is activated. That's the trumpets from the heavens singing. Salute to the chosen ones, no code switching. True alchemists, when you find heaven in hell's kitchen. It was written by the magnum opus of creation, the eradication of European legislation. Because when the ego and the soul collides, that's when the non-ether energy rise. See beyond the lies with the enemy's eyes. And that's when the artificial matrix dies. Peace to the gods. And the other surprise, I got my girl, she's gonna do some spoken word.
Real quick, y'all. Yes, the brother got bars. You know what I'm talking about? The brother got bars. This was his first time reciting poetry, and he did it in front of 1,000 people. And then we opened up the floor for him later that night, which is what you see right here. So I'm encouraging. And he was in the studio with me and Cambada on the Friday, the day before the event. So we encouraging the brother to keep sharpening his sword and whatnot, and to pursue the craft, because he is his mind, he has a diamond mind and whatnot. They both snap for sure. Give me, I'm currently in communication with Bedell. I've received emails from people who saw the show with me, Bedell, and the good brother Alkebalon 44, and I've gotten some inquiries about both of them doing a lecture on KTL for the Patreons. So if that sounds like something that y'all would want to support and be a part of and whatnot, give me a 1 in the chat, so I know that the KTLians want that to happen, and I will be compelled to make it happen. So give me a 1 in the chat, you know what I mean? And I'll let y'all know what we do with that. Okay. We have ones in the building. We have big ones in the, okay, I see y'all. Okay. That's what's up. A lot of ones. That's one. He would think the computer talking is that many ones. Okay. Did I rap next? I didn't even do spoken word at the after party, y'all. I did it at the at Brother Richard's event. I didn't even get to do it. It was so much going on. That just showed you how lit it was that I didn't even do the spoken word. I was hosting it though.
I can do. Let me remind you of what I did. I built the pyramids. I wrote the.
This is my good brother Lamar, Kamal Speaks. He's a well-known poet in the ATL area, right? And he helped me get the DJ. He was very helpful at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? And the brother always pulls up and handles it. He always does his thing.
Ancient scriptures, I influenced Putin and Hitler to admit that Jesus was melanin, so the pictures are irrelevant. Okay. And imagine you guys can't erase my past, because this is God-given. I'm God living in the flesh, so I don't know death. Only suicide. And that's when I forget who am I. Because I am who I say I am. I freed my people from slaughter, separated water and walked on it. I taught the spirits why you believe the house on it. I've been doing it. I shouldn't brag, but I gotta flaunt it. See, I got that melanin touch. And when I touch turns the light, turn wrong in the right, I'm strong in the light, so I shine. I come from a long line of Indian, Hebrews, and Moors, conquer land, won wars on the spiritual nature. Because when you're God, the devil will hate your nature. No. Why? No. And the kinks in my hand synonymous to a spear with gold tips, whole lips, so I'm holistic. They don't understand my power, so they call it mystic. Let me rewind that just in case y'all missed it. I said the kinks in my hand is synonymous to a spear with gold tips, whole lips, so I'm holistic. They don't understand my power, so they call it mystic. Right. Rivers, I'm water flowing, they're all knowing. The author of the Bible, yeah, y'all all know them. And they talk about us in many tongues. We got over 100 names, but we the one they speak of. Our complexion means love. Woo! But this programming had left my people scarred to the point we call ourselves black instead of gods.
Wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it up.
What y'all feeling that? Check it. Can I tell you something funny that happened to me? I had a brother make fun of me for using shea butter. But what's funny is he doesn't know that Vaseline is gasoline and he's on a high-octane diet of fueling himself with poison. See, what's highly advertised is taking lives. From the food to the clothing, yes, clothing. Read the ingredients and soaked it. But back to the Vaseline, better yet the lotion. With the cancer-causing agents, even your perfumes, the fragrance. Do I have to repeat that? Even the foods, the fragrance. And all the foods are fake. I don't care if you fry or bake. And plant-based is made in the plant. I wouldn't trust anything with a government stamp. U.S. approved. They're poisoning the food. Yes. And it's deadly but silent, throwing off the body's balance, messing with the hormones, making men feminine and giving women more testosterone. And ladies, you wonder why you want to be toned, strong. If you like poison, eat on. Because most of it is plastic. They're killing us with acid. If you won't, I'm asking, why do they tell us to eat 3 times a day when you can heal the body by fasting? I'm just asking. And most of the food got soy, messing with the boys, turning kings to queens, and they telling us this is a normal thing. Well, here's the deal.
In the early 1900s, the Rockefellers took over the medical field. That's when true medicine was killed. And contrary to popular belief, real medicine is what and how you eat. I know I'm getting a lot of awes and disbelief, but dessert is not a treat. And they feed us crazy, and you trust them. You are what you eat. That's my last one.
The more speak, y'all. The more speak. The monster with it.
Who do you think you are? I am a star glazing for all to see. Those without self-knowledge fear me. Who do you think you are? I am what the 1% wish they represent. I am what money cannot buy. I am a soul tied to the Most High. Who do you think you are? They call me black, but in fact, I am the sky, ground, every compound and molecule that makes the universe.
This is in ATL. No, this is not the NO. This is the after party after the non-Ether God Fest that we did in ATL. We literally put this party together that night. This is the after party.
I am earth, wind, and fire. I carry the blood of the true Messiah. Who do you think you are? I am every frequency, food for thought, so come and eat with me. I am the recipe. Who do you think you are? I am a celestial being, which is more than a human being. My celestial dreams are manifestations. I'm the world's hardest math equation. I am the true agent. I am the original Native American, and the earth is my inheritance. Who do you think you are? I am what they study but don't understand. The true question is, how can God fit inside of a man? I am first, I am last, I'm the future, I'm the past. I'm the reason nature behaves. I'm a creature that never ages. I'm every stage of everything. I am.
Nah, y'all can do better than that. Come on, man.
So that's the after party. We got that out the way, right? Then the next day was the Super Bowl party at 488 Edgewood Avenue. That next day was the Super Bowl party. We are taking you through a time portal, through a travel, through the strong end. We are bringing you behind the scenes and giving y'all some insight as to what was going on the last few days.
Go back even further, man.
So leading up to the Super Bowl, the Kendrick Lamar press junket, it definitely it gave me the indication that this was going to be very big. This was going to be huge. This was going to be something that the whole world was going to be focusing on. My spider senses was just telling me, man, I feel like something is being really cooked up. You know what I'm saying? Especially because of the anticipation that was being built up.
Speaking on that energy, like it's my cousins was like DJ Quick, you know, and Dre, you know, these folks that my people was playing. So I always had that DNA. And you know, you heard that DNA a little bit on Good Kid, Mad City, but I wanted to tell my story first, right? And fast forward to GNX, I felt it was just a perfect time because not only the energy was lost, but it was the energy that was bubbling inside of me as well. I wanted to go back to the forefront of just the bite and just the grit of rap, just all raps and hard-ass beats. And that's like the basics for me. I thought about, damn, what I used to like when I was a kid. Hard raps, good beats, that's smacking, right? And it was a great transition from
Hit those likes, y'all. Hit those likes.
when artists grit their teeth. Like I still watch battle raps. I still watch Smack, URL, from Murder Mook to Lux to Tay-Rock, you know, my bro Daylight. This has always been the core definition of who I am, and it's been that way since day one. So I don't think it was the most meanest, you know, aggressive individuals, but they can't even look you in the eye and express themselves the way want to. So they resort to other things. And when I think about that, and I know that I have the tools necessary to communicate myself properly and effectively, I gotta do it for them. I gotta make records like Reincarnated. I gotta make records like Man in the Garden. I have to, because they feel that way, but they cannot project it. And when they hear somebody actually giving them affirmations, it allows them to speak more freely and be open, because again, I come from the same place they come from.
That would be history already in the building tonight, as President Donald Trump becomes the first sitting U.S. president ever to attend a Super Bowl game live.
Now understand what this means. The first sitting president to ever sit at a Super Bowl live, right? He is the missing piece for the Kendrick Lamar ritual to take full effect. He needed one piece to go in that slot, and that was the sitting president. His performance would not have done what it did if you did not have the sitting president sitting in that seat to receive the energy that Kendrick was giving off. He was Kendrick Lamar's quote unquote focal point. He was Kendrick Lamar's bullseye. He was Kendrick Lamar's Goliath to the David. Drake is already dead. Drake is already gone. Drake is one of the gladiators that the emperor sent out that already got slayed and whatnot. Yes, and it's the Julius Caesar Stadium. He is Caesar. He already got past El Cid. Drake is El Cid. He destroyed El Cid. He is performing at the Coliseum, and the emperor is sitting there, right? It doesn't matter what the emperor does. The emperor is already an op. The emperor is already a target. The emperor is already there to receive the quote unquote bashing, the beating, the spirit cooking. The emperor showed up to get beheaded. He cannot disrupt what Kendrick has to bring. He can't pull the plug. He can't sign an executive order. He showed up, and he is part of the mythos now. He's getting cooked.
When we come back, we'll make our official predictions for.
Right? That is the scene where Jesse Owens was at the Olympics with Adolf in the audience and whatnot. That is the scene where they had to witness, right, the genetic superiority of melanated people who they were calling animals and justifying genocide and justifying all types of holocaust against us and whatnot. And Jesse Owens went over there and whooped belt to ass and whatnot amongst these people who were claiming that they were the Ubermensch, who were claiming that they were superior, who were claiming that they genetically engineered German soldiers and German athletes to be the quote unquote blonde hair, blue eyed superior specimen, and got belt to ass. You know what I'm talking about? So then you go to the Super Bowl, both of the teams, but definitely the Philadelphia Eagles, all melanin, belt to ass. Belt to ass. And then you have Uncle Samuel Jackson reprising his role, right? Juxtaposing Nick Shield, right? Juxtaposing Nick Fury, from Shield, and Stephen Fetchit from quote unquote the Django. What are we talking about?
DNX to turning the field into a game controller. Here's how.
So this whole shit is a game. This whole thing is a simulation. It's all a game. The government is a game. It's a corporation. It's a game. It's Squid Games. It's Hunger Games. It's a video game. It's Zelda.
Kendrick Lamar's incredible Super Bowl halftime show came to life. Lamar and his creative director Mike Carson came up with the concept. To make the Grammy-winning artist vision happen, the team worked hand-in-hand with art director Shelley Rogers. She solved big stage problems for everyone, from Beyonce to Lady Gaga, and she won an Emmy for her work on Rihanna's halftime show in 2023. Putting together any halftime show is no easy feat. You have to get all of the staging, lights, dancers, and the artists themselves onto the field in 7.5 minutes, and then get them all off 6 minutes after the final note. Not to mention, you have to do all of this without screwing up the turf, in front of an expected audience of around 120 million people. Lamar's show required more than 50 carts of staging and equipment, each weighing between 1,500 and 3,500 pounds, to be rolled out in the center of the Superdome. To protect the field, the carts rode on specially designed wheels so the playing surface remained ready for the game's second half. But setup wasn't the only hurdle the team had to conquer. The GNX for Lamar's show was hard to find, especially after he dropped an album with the car's name. But after one near mishap and a lot of research, they were able to find one thanks to Eric Eastland from All Access, the company responsible for fabricating the stage for Sunday's show. They gutted the vehicle to make room for the small army of dancers who joined Lamar on the stage, which was inspired by a PlayStation-style controller. Performance was intended to portray Lamar's life as a video game, and it did just that. And while the car's street legal days are over, Lamar's performance in the GNX now go down in history.
So, as he goes on his victory lap, we are at the tail end of this non-East Cigar Fest weekend. We are on our victory lap. Clap it up for yourselves. You're gonna let the fear stop you. You're gonna let the doubt stop you because, you know, the airline. Look, clap it up for BL in the building. Hold on. I mean, this is about concentrated energy, experience. We're in the age of experience, so clap it up. You had a good experience. It's the beginning of, you know, they call like the Alexandria Library, some of our rarest books, the things that we have been reading and educating ourselves on very unique views of the world. So people have an open invite to bring some of these books here so family can educate themselves. We can always have access to knowledge and information.
A little bit of scenery from behind the scenes at the Super Bowl party. Let's check it out.
It's fire. I'm covering the whole field.
Yeah, it was lit.
All I ever wanted was a black
real. The music down there already gonna go crazy with the copyrights, but I don't want them to clip it right while we playing it. I don't want them to clip it because of the copyrights that Universal owns over their contracted slaves. We had the food truck in the building. We had the food in the building. We had the family in the building. They was on the back porch, blazing and whatnot, networking, chopping it up. The ladies was in the building. The fellas was in the building. The DJ was in the building. The beverages was in the building. The refreshments was in the building. The brother was there with the collodial silver, collodial gold. Shout out to Mo. You know what I mean? The merch was in the building. 44 Tops was in the building. Yeah, it was an event. It was definitely an event. It was one for the record books. I look forward to doing more events with the family. Shout out to everybody that came out and supported us. Legend. Yeah, I'm talking about legend. Yeah. Conscious Hip Hop won. A minor. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. So I wanted to allow the 100,000 think pieces to basically come out on Kendrick Lamar before we jumped out there and started saying things and whatnot. This is not even the ending of me unpacking the Super Bowl halftime show. We're going to do something with Blue Pill, of course. I think we might even do something on another platform and whatnot. So I'm just beginning to unpack it. I didn't want to get in front of what everybody else was talking about. You know, you got to let people do their thing and have their word and whatnot. So we're going to go through it right now. We're going to unpack it a little bit and go through this performance and give it a rating. All right. So here's some of the think pieces that are floating around that caught my attention that I'm going to share. And I'm going to be unbiased. I'll give the critiques along with the adulation. So here's a tweet. Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance was a moment they couldn't contain. The Super Bowl isn't just a game, it's a pillar of empire, a multi-billion-dollar spectacle designed to manufacture illusion, distraction, and consumption. And yet, Kendrick's greatness allows something real to slip through the cracks. A thread. Let's go through it, right? Remember what was just said about why you see so many Europeans melting down, why the president has to even talk down, why Fox is having a conniption, why all of the crusaders who are on crusades against the cultural war, why they're falling on their swords and they are quote unquote they're showing signs of debilitation already. This was a major blow to the empire. This was a major shot against their culture war. This was a quote unquote sneak attack, but not necessarily a sneak attack because they knew it was coming from Kendrick Lamar. They had to. They had to. Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance was a moment that they could not contain. The they is the same they and they not like us. That's the they that we're talking about, right? The Super Bowl isn't just a game, it's a pillar of empire, a multi-billion-dollar spectacle designed to manufacture illusion, distraction, and consumption. The main purpose of a Super Bowl is to sell. The main purpose of the Super Bowl is to sell both the illusion and the quote-unquote the illusion of inclusion, the illusion of empire, and it is one of the most top major consumption events. Henceforth, the price that you have to pay for a 30-second commercial during that time slot, where the whole world is paying attention. Okay, this is their religion. NFL is their religion. NFL is their religion. Across history, Black cultural expression has always found ways to tell the truth while performing under constraints, right? Translation. There's always been artists who have been witty enough not to completely shuck and drive, not to completely be Mantan Moorlands, not to completely be buffoons and coons and whatnot, not to completely tap dance. There has been artists who have braved, right? They've braved rough waters to get in front of cameras, get in front of a big audience, get in front of the white man and let their nuts hang. That's what it translates to. There's not a lot of people who will do that. There's not a lot of people who are built like that in the music industry where these men and women are mostly all compromised. Contractual, perpetual slaves who belong to corporations, right? And are corporate slaves and very proud of that as well. Very well paid off corporate patsies. That is the majority of the entertainers that we depend on and look at for leadership, for inspiration, and for a little bit of national pride, right? Because let's keep in mind, give us the backdrop that we are currently in an environment where the administration is openly showing you that this is about white pride, Christian nationalistic pride. They are not hiding anything. He's hiring everybody that he wants to hire. This is a technocracy. It's an aristocracy. You feel me? Autocracy. That is what you're seeing taking place. These people are dangling white power in front of your face. So when you have an artist who's going to stand on his power, whatever it is whatever it is that he is standing on, then we should not necessarily feel that that is egregious when you are being assaulted daily, right? By a sitting president and his administration. They're just getting started. They're just warming up. They're just licking their quote unquote. It's not even a whole month yet. You feel me? So if you don't have any artist that's willing to push back, a plutocracy, if you don't have any artist, any one of the quote unquote, nobody came on that stage during the Grammys and let their nuts hang for real, for real. Okay. We don't identify with the liberal left. We don't identify with Hollywood. We don't identify with the music industry. We don't identify with the majority of those jokers. Those are considered jokers to us. There's nothing authentic about those people, unfortunately. But there's something about Kendrick Lamar, and this is not worship. This is not savior complex. This is not elevating him to leader position. It's his artistry. It's the fact that he's a performer. We talked about the difference between regular rapping and performance art and whatnot. What you witnessed was performance art. He could be an Alvin Ailey. He could work at Fame. I want to live forever. Right? He is relatable. Yes. Not only is he relatable, right? He is he's more than relatable. He's almost like a folk singer because he's the people's artist and whatnot. He is controlling his narrative. He's in control of his narrative. You said he went full Zelda mode. He's in control of his narrative. He is in control of his artistic expression. He is in control of his artistic vision, his language, his design language and whatnot. He's in control. It's a few artists that are in control of theirs. Like I would say Travis Scott is in control. I would say Ye is in control, you know, for good or for better or worse. I would say that Kendrick is in control, right? And let's continue to read. Across history, Black cultural expression has always found ways to tell the truth while performing under constraints. Performing under constraints means performing in front of this president, performing underneath a Republican administration, performing under the constraints of white billionaires at the NFL that's telling you what you can do and what you can't do, performing under the constraints of your sponsorships and multi-billion-dollar companies who want to spend bags with you to keep you a little bit in line, right? And they're even having you tiptoe through what it is that you're doing because, you know, they want to put constraint on you. It has been an art form, a survival tool, a weapon, right? When Billie Holiday was performing Strange Fruit in front of the same people that were hanging people, you know, that was under constraint, right? She was performing in rooms full of white, quote unquote, Europeans and whatnot, who just finished lynching people and had the skyline filtered with hanging bodies from trees. And she come up with the song Strange Fruit. And then she has to go inside of the club and sing it to them in their face, right? This moment didn't exist in isolation. It was part of a long tradition. The cakewalk, a dance where enslaved Africans were forced to entertain their oppressors, mimicking their mannerisms and movements. But what did the slave owners didn't realize? The performers were mocking them, turning forced entertainment into coded resistance. Kendrick's performance fits into this lineage. Remember, coded resistance, right? When people want to say, oh, it's just symbolic. No, coded resistance. There's symbolic gestures that are out there, and then there's coded resistance. You got to know the difference between the two. There's symbolic. What is a symbolic gesture? We need freedom. Well, my nigga, you woke up on Monday the same day that we woke up on Monday. You go ahead and go and get that. You know what I mean? You play Pinky, go ahead and find the brain, and y'all go ahead and link up with Ricky and Morty and whatnot. And y'all carry that out because you can't put that on the shoulders of a goddamn performer wearing bell-bottom Celine jeans. Okay? Let him perform. He did his part. In the way that a performer, they want a performer to come out there with an AK-47 and free the slaves, right? That just shows you the insanity that a lot of people are dealing with these days. What happened next is what made this moment truly historic. A Sudanese and a Palestinian flag was raised on stage. For a fleeting moment under the stadium lights, the combination of those flags also made the Pan-African colors shine through, a visual symbol of interconnected struggles. Corporations pay millions for a few seconds of Super Bowl screen time, yet it was hijacked, a fleeting moment that forced millions to see what they were never supposed to see. That moment mattered. That moment mattered, right? That moment mattered, okay? That was a commercial that he got for free. He got that commercial off for free. You would have to pay 20 million to get your shit off. He did that one for free and didn't get charged. He just got banned for life, but who wants to go to another Super Bowl? Number 5, Not Like Us isn't just a diss track. It's an anthem against a collective culture that has normalized predatory behavior, harming generations through grooming and abuse. And Kendrick made sure it reached the masses, right? So Not Like Us isn't just a diss track. What better way to do it than by harnessing the powerful cultural expression of all time? And what better way to do it than by harnessing the most powerful cultural expression of all time? Hip hop. Kendrick just didn't name the sickness. He masterfully gave the culture a new way to refer to it. Drake was the perfect antagonist, and the youth sang every word. By a show of ones, that's a show of hands in the chat. How many children are rocking with Kendrick Lamar? My baby loves Squabble Up, DNA, and They Not Like Us. Right? The babies rock with the Kendrick and algorithm. The algorithm, the little ones understand the algorithm, especially the COVID babies. They on the Kendrick algorithm. The kids love Kendrick. Boom, bop, bing, bop, boom, bop, bam. That's why he had to dumb it down a little bit so the babies could get it. But they love the GNX album, Peekaboo. Right. He's very smart with his current selection of songs and whatnot, because turn your TV off, Mustard, bing, bop, boom, bop, bam, and A minor, all of these things, O-V ho, oh, now stab this way, stab, all of that is for the children. I just put some boogers in my chain, peekaboo. That's all for the babies. That's all for them. The song with 30 for 30, 30 for 30, them 30 for 30. Chad, all of that is for the children. Chad, right? So he knows what he's doing by appealing to the TikTok generation, the little ones and whatnot. I believe that he's more safer with the children than Drake is. Say Drake. I heard you like him young. The kids love Kendrick and Drake loves the kids. Yeah. That's a t-shirt. The type of shit I'm on you wouldn't understand. Say Drake. Right. So that's right, Candy. It's a bunch of big kids on the West Coast anyway. That whole Bay Area shit, that's a bunch of grown kids. That hyphy shit, that's all, the clown with the makeup, the clown dancing and all of that. That's grown children shit, but they're having fun. Be childlike. Be childlike. You could be serious. You could be on divine timing and whatnot, but still, you got to be childlike, right? Still be childlike. Drake is on tour, the Anita Max tour. He has his tour that's in Australia is a child. It's a little girl. That's his alter ego. It looked like a little girl from the Incredibles Pixar movie. You feel me? His alter ego is Anita Max. It's a little girl and bing, bop, boom, bop, bam. All right. This song captured mass attention, including children. The next generation will have this song as a reference point. They absorb the lyrics, the message, the moment. We won't know the full impact until later, but the fact that it happened means something, right? Bing, bop, boom, bop, bam. The type of shit I'm on, you won't understand. The Super Bowl is an empire ritual. The Super Bowl isn't just about sports. It's a nationalist and imperialist spectacle designed to reinforce corporate and state power. The NFL spent years trying to contain black protests, right? The NFL exiled Colin Kaepernick for taking a knee. Then Jay-Z stepped in to manage the fallout. They repackaged Kaepernick's protest and the global conversation his actions ignited into corporate activism, stripped it of its radical edge, sold it back to the masses, called it progress. But Kendrick's performance didn't play by those rules. It slipped something unsanctioned into the most controlled of spaces, and they had no way to contain it. Do you know how to play the game? Do you know how to play the game? Huh? Certain things are necessary, ladies and gentlemen. We have no time for bread and cake and water. We are at war. The revolution must be televised. You feel me? This had to happen. This has to happen. More has to happen. But it has to start somewhere. Some say this wasn't revolutionary. Fair. But resistance takes many forms. And sometimes the most sanitized spaces, right? The most sanitized spaces are where the most disrupted messages slip through, where the greatness of talent and flawless execution force an acknowledgement of what it would rather be, ignored. In this case, that greatness was Kendrick's, because greatness in itself has always had the power to disrupt. Okay? He was able to take power from Donald Trump and not the other way around. All of that fake ass bravado that these MAGA boys went into the Super Bowl with, that shit got snatched by like a chain out there on out there in Philadelphia on Kensington, nigga. It got yapped like a chain at the Greek Fest, niggas. Huh? What street is that? Main Street? They got their chain snatched. Pack them niggas up. Philadelphia Eagles with Gilly, blow the whistle, nigga. Blow the whistle. That's a melanated team. That ain't no white boy team. That ain't no white boy team. They bodied the little fake ass Kansas City Chiefs and all of that. They bodied them, crushed them. The Eagles, nigga. Spit out the bones. Yeah, Gilly was getting it. Gilly is in a different type of zone right now. He's in a different space. He has gotten, in the Heru and the Osarian myth, it's about avenging the death of the father, but it's also avenging the death of the son, right? So his son's death is being avenged, along with him winning his city winning the Super Bowl. His son's death was avenged. That child who we were highlighting a few episodes ago, that got shot 17 times, that was 17 years old, he was the one that killed Gilly's son, right? So Gilly is getting the revenge of seeing the killer of his son buried, right? Killed in front of him. Yeah, the feds might be coming, you know what I mean? But, that's a decision that was made for his healing. You know what I mean? I'm not a part of that war, but whatever took place, it took place for his healing and for him to he talked about it on the Shannon Sharp interview of it just now. I seen it today. He talked about it openly. And yeah, so that's a bittersweet ending to the turmoil that he was going into. That's Gilly the kid that I'm talking about. Number 14, that was a moment within that continuum of Black artistic resistance. His performance evoked widespread analysis, critique, and conversations, right? Isn't that the job of an artist? That's what his art did. He did what an artist is supposed to do. He is the he's more of an artist right now than Kanye West. And I don't mean to turn my back on Kanye West, but his actions are not only don't I condone it, but for him to do all of the fuck shit that he's doing to try to take away Kendrick's light is some real sucker shit. You know what I mean? And it's very apparent that he is jealous of Kendrick, the rise of Cephas, you know what I mean? The rise of the Kendrick constellations and whatnot. And he's being very childish about it. But we'll deal with Kanye or Ye at another day. We're not going to get into it right now. We're going to allow homie his moment and whatnot. But we're going to address the Ye situation in a minute. Maybe not today, but definitely when me and Blue get together. Kendrick rapping "Turn His TV Off" after playing "Not Like Us," winking at the camera, and they cut to the crowd showing "Game Over" graphic. Masterpiece. Right? Ye wanted to delete Drake himself, but Ye got scared and he could not do it. He could not drive the sword through a Drake. Ye was not the warrior for that. He wasn't built for that. That wasn't his calling, so he wasn't the one to do it. So I just, it's my perspective. And the one who was made for it, the one who was created for this moment, is the one who stepped into that Cinderella shoe and did what he did, and that is Kendrick Lamar, right? He got the juice now, right? He got the juice. Okay. You say Ye divorce announcement today? Man, I ain't never seen nobody crash out that crazy in a very long time. You know what I'm saying? The crash out shit is real. It just goes to show you how bad the attention economy and attention culture, when it goes super toxic, like how desperate and how bad it is, and how it will have you out here looking to try to get the people's attention because you're addicted to it, because it's a dopamine, and it's a vice, and it has become an addiction, you know, to the detriment of people's mental health. Right? Yes, people are crashing out like Bowens and whatnot. You know? So I might even change the title to today's conversation to Game Over. I think that's a little more fitting, you know, game over. Okay. We should be moving with that energy. Game over is the energy, it's the anthem. It is an affirmation that I picked up this strong in, even at the gathering of the masses and whatnot. Game over, right? It's game over when we decide that we are going to, quote unquote, pick up the controllers. It's game over when we realize that we are streaming to the universe. It's like we are the Castanets. We're streaming 24/7, 7 days a week to a global audience, a galactic audience, right? And we need to turn the TV off of they who are not like us. It's time to turn their TV off because they're trying to turn our TVs off, right? And when we stand on truth, it's game over. When we stand on truth, it's over. There's nothing that they could do to us. You feel me?
No. Too loud. Too reckless.
Too loud. Too reckless. Too ghetto. Right? That's what they would like to say with this war on woke, with this war against the blacks, with this war against us, right? They want us to be in our domesticated roles. They want us to code switch. They want us to tuck tail and whatnot. They want us to apologize for our greatness. They want us to bend at the knee. Really know how to play the game? Then tighten up. Right? Tighten up. Here's the moral of the story. Kendrick Lamar had a fantastic and well thought out Super Bowl halftime show, albeit slightly hindered by poor audio quality. He was unapologetically himself, straying away from his popular catalog in favor of a story. And that story was one of a cultural divide. Remember, narration. He controlled his narrative by establishing it, simultaneously addressing the music industry and American society at large. The people that didn't enjoy this halftime show are exactly who it was targeted at. Let that sink in. Tell him Kendrick did it. He bodied them. Caught a body for free. The fact he performed Euphoria was one of the most surprising parts of Kendrick's set. This really drove home the point that he wasn't pandering to anyone's expectations for the performance. Rather than just playing the biggest hits like every other artist at the Super Bowl, Dot was going to perform the songs that he wanted to. This was bigger than a halftime show. This was art reimagined on the biggest stage. Another unsuspecting facet of the set was Kendrick performing the verse on Peekaboo. If that isn't putting on for underground artists, I don't know what is. Now, I do want to mention one of the negatives of the performance was the audio. Whoever mixed that show needs to be fired. The instrumentals.
Surprise, it's your boy Checky Cheese. I FaceTime my eye, I'm up the street. It's AZZ, I put the boys to sleep. He on the ground, praise God, and stomping feet.
Yeah, so he rhymed the verse from AZ Cheek, or whoever his name is, on the Peekaboo, showing love to the artists. That was the demonstrator right there with the flag popped out. That's considered what they call the chef kiss. I think the flag thing might have been staged. I think Kendrick might have known that was going to happen, but you know, it happened. So yeah, he got that off. He got that off. Right?
You already. Salute.
So the great American Revolution.
Turn the TV off, 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 turn the TV off.
So you got my guy, a cultural revolution of the great American game. A cultural revolution of the great American game. Kendrick's storytelling was bigger than his beef in the rap game. This is a story about the exploited relationship of Black culture to the great American game. Kendrick is committed to ignoring Uncle Sam and playing on his own terms. So is Schoolie Red. You know what I mean? So is Schoolie Red. I could relate. Samuel Jackson embodied Uncle Sam, a symbol of U.S. surveillance and control over Black people and culture. His commentary echoed themes of restriction and expectation. His aesthetic reflects the anti-Black history of minstrel show characters like Jim Crow, Jim Dandy, and Zip Coon. This also alluded to Black folks who turned their backs on Black community and culture to willingly embrace whiteness in order to access power and resources. This is behavior Kendrick has repeatedly connected Drake to in diss tracks. What great American game is? What is the great American game? Racial capitalism, not the NFL, not the Super Bowl, but racial capitalism. Black people and Black culture have been exploited by America for centuries. Racial capitalism has created the blueprint for entertainment empires like Drake to appropriate styles, stories, accents, and cultural references that he has no relationship to for profit. Okay? The revolution is about to be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong guy. We can interpret this as the pointed call out to Trump, who was in attendance, the first Super Bowl ever attended by a U.S. sitting president. It is a declaration that this moment needs artists to take control of the narratives of this moment, but it would be a mistake to assume that he was going to shuck and jive in assimilation to whiteness. Kendrick's history-making performance reminded everyone that Black artistry is the core of American pop culture. Visual intention. Kendrick masterfully references layers of the great American game, exposing its contradictions and the culture of violence it perpetuates, from PlayStation controller visuals to warnings like wrong way or game over. The message is clear. The system is rigged and everyone is forced to play. The Squid Game reference underscores how the ruling class commodifies people's livelihoods and trauma for entertainment, a critique made even more profound at the Super Bowl, where Black bodies are sacrificed to the spectacle. The glass divider separating the Black performers from the Super Bowl audience further reinforces this divide. The flag symbolizing America is formed by bent over Black bodies, a direct reference to how this country was built on the backs of Blacks. Throughout the performance, the flag fragments into color-coded formations reminiscent of gang sets and then reforms into new shapes. Kendrick trolls MAGA by placing himself at the center of the divided flag, symbolizing both his role and Black culture's place within a fractured nation. That's how you cook. That's how you cook. That is how you cook. Okay? That is how you cook. That is a revolution. That is how you cook. That is how you work. That is how you create. You cloak yourself in artistry and you get to cooking, man. That is exactly how you do it. Okay? This is how you cook. This is how you bake. This is how this is how you shake things up. People think that all war is physical, and they people think that to strike back is always have to be in the form of a physical. Once you create a physical, once it's physical, to be honest with you, you already lost the war. Once it goes physical, doesn't have to go physical. That's the last resort. That's the last resort. Uncle Sam, do you know how to play the game? Do you know how to play the game? Uncle Sam asked this after deeming songs like GNX's Squabble Up as too loud, too reckless, too ghetto. But Kendrick's performance evoked a deeper question. What does it mean to win in a system that is rigged against you? What does winning look like? Is it a bankroll? Is it their acceptance? What is it? What does winning look like? Yes, he said this is what America wants when he started singing with SZA. When Kendrick followed the unspoken rules with polished, radio-friendly hits like Humble and All the Stars, Uncle Sam rewarded him for acting right. But when Kendrick broke the rules, Uncle Sam was quick to criticize. Bringing his homeboys into the game was deemed too raw, too authentic, a cultural cheat code. The system's response: deduct an entire life from their score, but the show must go on. Performing All the Stars alongside SZA earned Uncle Sam's approval. Nice, calm, don't mess it up. The irony: All the Stars was the lead single for Black Panther, a mythical storyline that activated and affirmed a Black cultural connection to our history on the African continent. I got royalty inside my DNA. Performing DNA directly in the face of MAGA Nation was a celebration of Blackness on the entertainment's grandest stage, built on the backs of Black athletes and creators. Throughout the performance, you see Kendrick intentionally dancing on the edges of what seems to be temporarily in control of the American cultural institution. Peekaboo. Peekaboo. Serena Crip Walk cameo. It's nice to get your lick back at your ex, but let's go deeper. When Serena Crip walked at Wimbledon, commentators criticized this cultural display using language adjacent to Uncle Sam's words: trashy, provocative, ghetto. Despite being the best at her game, she has constantly been dehumanized and devalued. Peekaboo. California Love. Kendrick celebrates West Coast culture with vivid imagery. 100 homeboys hopping out of a Buick, friends and loved ones lounging at streetlights, and politicking out on street corners. These scenes honor the community and cultures that shaped him. It was Kendrick in Jordans, the 70s and 2000s, coated bell bottoms, and the Pele Pele for us. Black men dancing in choreographed synchronicity throughout the show. Black women with iconic red rinse bobs. This deliberate choice by Kendrick pointed to a spirit of resistance to systematic racism and white supremacy. But they talking about nothing. Doo-wop. Man at the Garden paid homage to doo-wop, a genre born from Black street corner harmonies. Kendrick's refrain, I deserve it all, paired with Black men harmonizing in baggy apparel, braids, locks, and gold-plated smiles, was visually stunning and culturally significant. This is bigger than the music. Kendrick referenced 40 Acres and a Mule, a historical promise never fulfilled for Black Americans. His performance embodied that continued struggle for equity and dignity. Okay? Talk black to me, y'all. Not Like Us. Kendrick's performance was, above all, a commentary on Blackness in America. He builds on a contemporary reinterpretation of Birth of a Nation, subverting its legacy. As a Black artist on America's biggest stage, Kendrick wasn't just performing for the masses, but directly for the ruling class and its billionaires. That audience, so far removed from the us, will inevitably miss the symbolism woven into every detail. They've built empires on the exploitation of Black life, profiting from the very culture that they watch for entertainment. Even at the Super Bowl, a gathering where predominantly Black athletes risk their bodies and their long-term health for the spectacle, Kendrick made it clear this is more than just about your entertainment. Kendrick ended his set by spelling out "game over" with the crowd. It was a declaration that the game is rigged, but influence can't be faked. The first rapper to headline solo. Okay? He bodied that. And the chef's kiss is my good brother with the surprise protest with the Sudan and the Gaza flag, right? His name is Zul, right? Halftime performer and New Orleans based artist, right? Climbed atop the GNX centerpiece and unfurled a timely and necessarily Sudanese and Palestinian flag to bring attention to the colonialism and genocide occurring globally at the hands of the United States, using his artistry and access to a global stage to uplift oppression and violence waged against marginalized identities across the world is a step we hope that all of us as artists can bravely take. The only way that this could have been better is if Kendrick himself had placed himself there. Okay.
They not like us. No. They not like us. No. They not like us. Are you?
My dudes was going crazy. Even my dude was going crazy. Huh?
I'm on them tough.
I'm gonna do my stuff. Sign, my niggas with the sign language was throwing it up. Right? So with everything positive is always something negative. You had a lot of people, whether they were bots on Twitter or real life people, they were expressing their there's people that were like, yo, that was a whack performance. So it just goes to prove that, like Kendrick said in his song, if my granny don't see it how I see it, I might cut her off. Like, people don't see things the way that you see it because they're not on your frequency. They're not on your frequency. You live in a completely different timeline than people who look like you. You're not on the same frequency. You don't live in the same world as everybody. Even though they look like you, they stand next to you. You're not on the same time, and it's okay. It's all right. But just know that you are not on the same timing as everyone, and they keep showing you every other day when they start talking that y'all are not on the same time. Y'all are on different timelines. People will remind you, right? People will remind you. Okay? So check this out. This is a very interesting thought piece right here. Kendrick Lamar and Donald Trump are doing the same thing. The ancient power they're both using is tribal psychology, us versus them positioning, and identity-based marketing, right? How to apply this, right? What tribe are you building? Who is not like you? How are you making it clear to your people who we are and who they are? Make them pick a side, right? Big brands use this. Apple versus Android, Nike versus Adidas, Tesla versus Legacy, right? This is used in marketing 101. Okay. And they create tribes. Tribes are created. Trump, Make America Great Again versus the establishment. Kendrick, authentic hip hop versus industry plans. Why it works. People crave belonging. Groups define our identity. Strong emotions drive intent and engagement and whatnot. So yes, people are going to fall into this us versus them. It's about us. We the authentic ones. We the chosen ones. We the pure rap. We the originators, and they're not. Right. That's why you have the Drake fans going to war with the K Dots. That's why you have DJ Wackademics out there. Even the streamers like Kai Cenat and Blackboy Max, they're beginning to show that they are still on Team Drake, and they decided they want to be OV hoes and whatnot. Along with a lot of the football players that were at the Super Bowl, all of these divisions that are taking place, but it's happening before our faces. That the cult of Kendrick is being created. The cult of Kendrick. Strategy broken down. Draw clear lines between the groups. Make people choose sides. Create emotional investment. That's what they're doing with the war against woke and the culture war. Elon is doing it. Trump is doing it. The Republicans are doing it. Fox is doing it. And they're recruiting and they're weaponizing and they're radicalizing a lot of people to get down with their cause. Facts. Same strategy, different arenas. Politics was red versus blue. You seen how bloodthirsty and how people were acting during election season when they got into the red versus blue cult. They got into that cult bag and they started showing their fangs. And they started showing that they were ready to get physical if you didn't agree with them. People were really showing that they were zealots. Culture, there's a culture thing, underground versus mainstream. Even in business, you have disruptors versus traditionals and whatnot, right? Check it out.
If you're not a rap fan, you probably hated Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance. This is why. See, instead of doing what every other artist in Super Bowl history does, just running through their greatest hits, Kendrick decided to redefine what a halftime show could look like. The set list wasn't just songs. It was a statement that he stays true to himself no matter the stage, showing the world what hip-hop is really about, not a fake representation. And that's why saying Drake's name and solidifying his victory was so important. This performance was him declaring his reign, grabbing the torch and bringing hip-hop back to where it belongs. Kendrick could have used this moment to make it all about himself, but this performance was bigger than him. From the stage design to the choreography, every detail tells a bigger story. This wasn't a concert, this was a statement. You don't have to like the performance, you don't even have to agree with its message, but if you just saw it as a bad halftime show, you missed the point. Remember, good art makes people think. I'm Suspense, and if you didn't know, now you know.
The revolution about to be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong guy. The wrong guy.
Was a message. He did that for us. Now, some of y'all missed the message because y'all was too busy talking about Drake, okay? Listen, when he said the culture was being divided, 40 acres and a mule, do y'all understand that that was a promise that was never fulfilled? When he said they rigged the game, but you can't fake influence, when that man said the revolution is being televised, when he had the U.S. flag full of black and brown people, and then it divided, when that man said it is bigger than music, he also told y'all to turn the televisions off, and y'all didn't understand. Y'all kept watching. Listen, Kendrick understood the assignment, and he said, right time, wrong guy. They not like us. Listen, I need my people to get it together because y'all missed it. Y'all missed it.
Body bag. So we got some word of our sponsors.
We understand the message of the whole show, like the story of it was it being a game. Like Uncle Sam popped out and said, salutations, it's your Uncle Sam, and this is the great American game. Further on in the performance, he's like, Mr. Lamar, do you really know how to play the game? Do you really know how to obey? The whole stage setup was a controller, heavy on control. He started off the show rapping the extended version of the song We All Really Want. He had a few lyrics that stood out to me in this part. You would not get the picture if I had to sit you for hours in front of the loo. Would not have a soul even if I had told you to stand next to Johnny and Q. Johnny is J-Rock. Q is Schoolboy Q. You would not have a soul. That's Ab-Soul. Do you know who Ab-Soul is? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ab-Soul, one of the greatest lyricists of our time, okay? I bring Ab-Soul up because all of this controller we see right here reminds me that in 2012, Ab-Soul dropped this album called Control System. And if you listen to this album and watch Kendrick's performance, same to same. Here go a few bars from the song Terrorist Threats featuring Janae Aiko off that same album, Control System.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this drip right here is exclusive from the Mart 125. You know we work fast. The Mart125.com, the sponsor of tonight's show. This is their exclusive Kendrick merch that's being dropped on tonight's show. This is an exclusive, y'all. This is an exclusive, all right? Hot off of the presses and whatnot. Yeah, I'm talking about the Be Humble Drippington, all right? The B selection on the Mart 125th. We got about 6 or 7 Kendrick shirts on the Mart. You can scan that QR code right there with your phone camera, and it will take you directly to the Mart so you could check out the selection of shirts. T-shirt season is right around the corner, and we got hoodie season right now. The drip is in the building. Please believe me when I tell you the drip. We also have the classes that we're doing for February, Black Future Month. Every Wednesday for the month of February, we are on class number 2. Just happened yesterday. Black Future Month, AI accelerated class. So we could empower the KTLians. It's time to get this AI under you gotta, you see what they out here talking about AI wise. Like, you got to learn it. At this point, you can't avoid it. It is unavoidable. So with that being said, we're going to end the show, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to end the show. Shout out to Spin City in the building. Spin, what up, my good brother? If we got some time, Spin, if you want to do a Techno Thursday, we could pull that off. I do want to do a Techno episode, Techno TV. You didn't get a notification about the class? Send me an email, Divine, and I'll send you the link to the class. Thank you. You love the crown. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is a gift. This is part of my attire as I go on this, as I go into cyberspace. If I go silver surfing through cyberspace, this is what we got. But yeah, the family, we got the hoodies on deck. This is at the Mart. Let me see what the website is. The Mart 125. These are the hoodies. We got the Master Teacher hoodies. It feels good. You could wash it. You could iron on it. You know what I mean? It's sturdy. We got sweatshirts and we got hoodies and whatnot. So definitely go and check that out at themart125.com. We have the album. The album is I'm going to put the album on the Mart as well. But right now, the album is available on Bandzoogle, Black Cloud, Bandzoogle. You could also get it on Buy Me a Coffee. But the album is available. Thank you, everybody who have been buying the album. If you want me to autograph it, you have to write out your full name. I'm not going to write it from your email. I'm not going to put your email on it. I'm going to put your name on it. So if that's what it is, just let me know. And when you buy the album, just let me know in the description that you want to get it autographed. Yeah. Said that I noticed he did the cheat code at the beginning for the GTA 100 lives. See, I didn't even peep that. That's a super Easter egg. But me and Blue Pill will be back. We have a lot more decoding to do. I'm gonna do a full recap of Brother Rich's non-ether event. That will be coming up. We'll be doing a recap on that and whatnot. I might even have a whole panel where we're gonna come together and talk about that. We do got the non-ether drip. You know what I'm saying? I also have the. Let me see. Let me pull that up. Yeah. But yeah, and then me and Blue tonight. I don't know if it's gonna be tonight. I don't know if it's gonna be tonight, but it's coming. Me and Blue Pill will be doing a show very soon. If it's not tonight, it'll be the next day. But we got a lot to talk about. We got to do a Win in Rome epilogue, because the Win in Rome. Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. Give me 1 second, y'all. Damn, I didn't even get to cover the event in New Orleans. What the hell? I didn't even get to cover the New Orleans trip. The New Orleans trip was crazy. Let me see if I could share the video. Shout out to everybody that came through to New Orleans and showed love, because that was deep. That was a movie. Let me see. That's weird.
Peace, family. Peace to you and yours, brother. Red Pill reporting live and direct. Yes, KTL and the NOLA, baby. You know what I'm talking about? I'm outside. I'm here with Isaiah and his folks. And I want them to say a few words. How did y'all like the election today? Good? Good? Great. You had fun, boo-boo? Yeah. They say they watch me on TV, y'all. He's a regular in the household, so once I let my son know the twins were in town, we had to come see him. It's late, but we enjoyed the knowledge, bro.
I want to run.
I know that the spirits lead through the Silver Gate, which is around Scorpio, Sagittarius period, right? That's when those portals are open. I forget, and I don't have it in front of me, the Golden Key or the Golden Gate. It may be around the Lion's Gate, which is around Leo season. That's why it's golden in the sun, right? But these are all of the Black Americans for Trump are looking stupid right now. They're trying to find some salvation. They're like, come on, bro. You just used us like that. They're not taking their calls. They're not taking no meetings. You feel me? And they acting with the sledgehammer. They're not even 30 days in. Proud Boys can't use their name no more, right? Calendar has 364 days with a 0 day. That 0 day is July 25th. That's the day that it's the X day. It means anything can happen. It's like Uranus, the planet. It's unexpected things happen on that day. So Pope Francis went to Canada on that day to forgive, you know, on behalf of the Vatican, to apologize for the First Nation people because they had killed millions of their people, of their children, in what's called mission schools, converting them into Christ. You can't hold that next to what you consider to be holy. So they, again, people are playing in our face, just like MAGA, okay? MAGA is what? It's the 5th and highest degree in the hierarchy in the Church of Satan. I didn't make it up. That's what it means. You can Google it. You can also Google what the meaning of MAGA is in all of these different languages. Again, we did not make this up. You can Google it. So what does MAGA really mean? In Latin, it means magic, magical witch. And
Yo, in the building, yeah. That's just a little glimpse of the MAGA Fest Destiny. That is also available. The replay is also available. That was a powerful lecture. Me and Blue Pill definitely we dropped bombs on that. Blue destroyed that, but we definitely dropped bombs on that. I advise anybody who missed that to go and get that. Go and check that out. Make sure you get this information because it's all applicable information that you could basically utilize to navigate through the system that's being set up right now. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. Peace, love, and light. We are out of here with the song of the year. Peace.
Red, blue, purple light, friends. Red, blue, purple light, friends. Facts. Red, blue, purple light, friends. Red and blue, purple light, friends. Facts. Get to know the ledger, sacrilegious Sunday to melanin Monday. You can get to know the ledger, my love. Just open your third eye on Thursday. Lord, the food, the art, clothes. The Vatican's getting put the show on the road. You better stay on your toes. I was till the land, focused on the ego. Then I opened my heart, let go of the ego. Grand after grand, we stacking up these C notes. Facts, facts, yeah. We gon' put this shit on our back. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts. Peace, love and light. Peace, love to the family. Peace, love and light to the family. Peace, love and light to the family.
These days and time, black man, is going to be the time that you have been waiting for. You came here for a reason. Whatever pressure, whatever adversity, whatever the fuck you feel, I don't know what you feel, but whatever you may be feeling is going to push you, and it's going to provoke you, and it's either going to make you or break you, similar to how pressure busts pipes or the shit makes diamonds.
As well as talk about other shit like, Kendrick and all that, mix it all up.
Yeah, of course.
I do want to at least, I didn't even really do a recap. So, but I got a show at 9.